I respect you guys way too much to bore you with some lame ass intro, so we're just gonna get straight into it. Dancing. I'm talking dance classes, baby. Let's be honest. Being a good dancer is probably like the sexiest skill you could pick up as a man. Am I right? Here's why it's good. It forces social interaction. It builds confidence. If you could whip out some at the club on the dance floor, like, you're the man. It teaches you rhythm and body awareness, and it's like pretty solid cardio. I'm not talking those lame ass types of dancing like, you know, the Fortnite dance moves. I'm talking swing dancing, salsa. What's the main one people do at like clubs? Hip hop, I guess. I highly recommend it. But if dance classes are a little too intimidating for you, I get it. Maybe try out something a little more low key, such as group hikes. Hiking in a group. You, people, trail, cardio. My light's shaky. Exercise, it gets you around people, and it's exercise without really feeling like exercise. And if you're walking on a trail, what else is there really to do other than talk and get to know other people? It's probably one of the easiest environments to actually meet people, and it's way more healthy for you physically and mentally than just staying online all day. Remember guys, humans weren't designed to stare at glowing rectangles for 12 hours a day. Your ancestors hunted mammoths, you argue in the YouTube comments. Can I interest you in bowling? Strike. Why is this a good one? Well, it's, you know, competitive but relaxed. It's low intensity, and it's really easy for beginners. All there is to it is you grab a ball and roll it down the lane. You know? Helen Keller could figure that out. It's low pressure, gets you around people, and gets you out of the house consistently. So these first three tackled these social hobbies. Before we get into the next segment, a quick word from our sponsor over at Coofandy. To put it simply, they're the best clothing that mimics designer brands. And I've had the pleasure of working with them a handful of times, and I got to do it again over this past weekend when they actually brought me out to New York for a NASCAR race at Watkins Glen Raceway. It was super cool. I'd never been to a NASCAR race before. I got to meet their team driver, Christopher Bell, a super cool guy. I got to see the race car up close and personal and hear how incredibly loud and powerful it is. And of course, just watch the race and enjoy the spectacle of super powerful, high horsepower cars battling for the win. And of course, I was rocking my Coofandy team clothing. But yeah guys, Coofandy has a huge variety of men's clothing, from casual fits to more up-dressed outfits. They're especially known for their affordable, smart dressed menswear. They're always where I go when I need some, you know, inexpensive, old money looking clothes. Their stuff works for vacations, dates, gym outfits, everyday wear, or even formal occasions. I actually wore this khaki blazer to my brother's wedding. And because of the special occasion of them bringing me to their offline NASCAR event, you guys now get a massive 20% off discount by using the code RACE20, and even the opportunity to win free outfits. So the link to all of that will be down below. I definitely recommend checking them out. And remember guys, supporting the sponsor supports the channel, so I really would appreciate it if you at least go take a look. Maybe you'll find something you like. All right, now back to the video. Next, we have solo hobbies. Everyone needs some alone time to get to know themselves. That was cheesy, but it's true. So the first one I got for you is art. Yeah, buddy, I'm talking drawing, painting, pottery, stoneworking. That would be cool. Imagine making, like, you know, statues and shit. Why is it good? Well, it trains your focus and your commitment to something difficult. It gives you a creative outlet, and it feels rewarding to see the fruits of your tangible efforts. Check out this bowl I made. Yeah, it's sick. I know. This felt better than getting a 1 million view video on YouTube. 500,000 view video on YouTube. a million is pretty nice, not gonna lie. Woodworking. Yeah, it's kind of along the lines with the art. It's physical, it's creative, it builds real world skills. I actually have been totally renovating my house that I bought earlier this year. Quick subtle flex for you. I took this living room from looking like this, built the framing, did the drywall, put up the molding and everything, painted it, put up the fireplace, and now it looks like this. It's awesome, if you ask me. There's something so satisfying about building something with your bare hands. You can either spend 6 hours watching reels or build a table or something. Photoshop or video editing. If you gotta be staring at a screen, you might as well turn it into something useful. And I think this is a really good one because it can be a segue into a career or a business. There's a lot of people out there making a lot of money making YouTube thumbnails, editing videos, making motion graphics, making animations for people's YouTube videos, you name it. If you're gonna be on your computer anyways, might as well be learning something valuable. Next section, mental hobbies. Did you know people who stimulate their brain throughout their life are 38% less likely to get Alzheimer's or dementia? That should be enough of a reason for any of you to pick up a mental hobby. First one I got for you, chess. The benefits are pretty obvious of this. It trains strategic thinking, pattern recognition, focus, and patience. Chess is basically the opposite of TikTok for your brain. One rots your brain, the other injects it with steroids. Not literally, but you get what I'm saying. Programming/coding. This one is huge in 2026. AI tools make coding easier than ever. I remember trying to learn Java in my coding class in 2016. It was tough. Yeah. Cheated a lot in that class. This is an extremely valuable skill because, let's just be real, it's the future. And once you get a hang of it, it's actually fun from what I hear. I never quite got to that point. Most people use technology passively. You can learn web design, game modifications, apps, automation. Most people use technology for shits and gigs. Coders control it. Last segment, rapid fire. This is physical hobbies. Do I even need to explain why this is important? First up, running. It clears your mind, improves your health, and it's an easy entry point. Anybody can get out there on a trail and just do that, you know? Mixed martial arts. It builds confidence, it requires discipline, builds community. CrossFit, it's a social environment. You get around other people. It's a competitive environment. It's a crazy good workout, and it builds your accountability. And last, any team sport. I myself do a weekly rec league soccer thing. I suck at it. I'm absolutely terrible, but I go do it anyways. I actually have it in like 30 minutes at 10 o'clock at night on a Wednesday. Yeah. And I'm telling you, physical hobbies, especially ones that get you around other people, it's the fastest way to improve your mental health as well. So my request for you, pick one of these and try it out for 30 days straight. And if your life isn't marginally better at the end of it, come back here and I'll give you your money back. I promise. Stop staring at a screen, consuming other people's lives, and start living in your own, okay? Now, don't click off this video without subscribing, hitting the like button, and then click one of these two videos. You won't regret it. All right, see you there.